What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. We got some exciting news to break down. The NBA has released the schedule, and yes, that includes the Raptors as well. But let's talk about the big news, which is the Raptors posting something on their Twitter account, which is a lot of players saying they're coming home. Now, it is not official yet because a spokesperson was saying apparently they are waiting to get government approval to obviously officially have them playing back in Toronto. But how exciting would that be? The Raptors finally coming back home after that awful year we've had in Tampa Bay. We finally get to play in front of our own fans in Scotia Bank Arena. Seeing the electric crowd is going to be awesome. So hopefully we're able to play back in Toronto. So before I break down the schedule, guys, if you do want to give this video a thumbs up, it does help reach more basketball fans like yourself. And if you want to hit the subscribe button as well, that'd be absolutely amazing. With that being said, let's break down the Raptors schedule. So opening night, October 20th, we're playing at home, hopefully Toronto and we're playing the Washington Wizards. We know Bradley Beal, exciting young player, and you know what? The Raptors obviously have played them in the playoffs as before. That was several years ago, and obviously the roster is not the same, but that's still exciting. That's a very beatable team. It's going to be amazing to see those fans hopefully back in the arena by that time and just see how electric that crowd is going to be. I'm excited to see that. October 22nd, our very next game, we're playing the Boston Celtics, the hated Boston Celtics. We obviously have our playoff history with them and just division rivals well going back several years, even before the playoffs. So that's going to be a good matchup, as well as October 23rd. We welcome Luka Doncic, one of my personal favorite players in the league, and we face the Dallas Mavericks at home. Now, October 25th, this is going to be an interesting one because we know DeMar DeRozan. He's on the Chicago Bulls now. And it's going to be exciting to see DeMar DeRozan, more so because he's also in the Eastern Conference, but we'll see him in Toronto as well. So I'm sure he's going to get a nice reception from the fans. He's going to get a lot of cheers. That's going to be a nice game. Another one you really want to highlight on your calendar. Not the most exciting teams. Not the most exciting teams, but Orlando Magic. You may say, why are we highlighting that game, Orlando Magic? But remember, Orlando Magic drafted Jalen Suggs. We get the official, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs matchup. That'll be exciting to see as Raptors fans. Obviously, there's still some Raptors fans that feel like we sort of should have drafted Jalen Suggs. So that'll be a great matchup as well. Now let's move into November, looking at some of the key games there. Brooklyn, that's always exciting to watch the big three play. We're going to be facing them at home on November 7th. November 11th, we're facing our arch rivals. Again, another division rival, Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid. It's going to be interesting to see how that matchup goes because as of now, I've talked about this several times. We don't have a 7-foot center, so it'll be interesting to see what we do with Joel Embiid. Obviously, the roster might look a little bit different. They've had talks about them getting rid of Ben Simmons, so that'll be exciting. And November 13th, we get to see number one overall pick, Cade Cunningham. Again, Detroit's not the most exciting team, but we have our coach, former coach, Dwayne Casey, visit us on November 13th in Toronto, hopefully. And we also get to see Cade Cunningham against the Raptors. That's going to be great. And now we also get to see Norman Powell. Unfortunately, it's still sad to see him in a different jersey. I'm not used to seeing him in a Portland Trail Blazers jersey, but we get to see him November 15th, and this is in Portland. But let's move on to some other key games in November, which is the Golden State Warriors. We'll be playing the Golden State Warriors at their home. We'll be on the road. So Golden State Warriors, obviously, given the finals history, Stephen Curry is an absolute pleasure to watch. He'll be an exciting game to see that as well. Now let's move into our December schedule. So December, we face the Milwaukee Bucks at home on December 2nd. Obviously, Milwaukee, it's always fun to watch some of these playoff top-tier teams because you want to see how the Raptors play defense against them, particularly Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's going to be fun watching that one as well. Now, moving down the list here, again, we play Chicago on December 16th at home again. So you can never get enough of DeMar DeRozan. December 18th as well, Golden State Warriors, and December 20th as well. We get Jalen Suggs again, so it'll be fun, because we know this debate's gonna go on throughout the entire season, probably throughout their entire careers, if we're being honest about Jalen Suggs and Scotty Barnes. That's gonna be exciting. And again, some other key games to highlight in December. December 31st, we get the Clippers at home. Kawhi Leonard, hopefully, I don't think he'll be back by then, but we'll still get to see him on the bench. Always fun playing the Clippers. We know they keep trying to steal our players, so it'll be fun, hopefully beating them on December 31st at home. Now moving into the January schedule, let's look at some of the games there. Not really a lot, not really a lot until you get January 17th. We're facing the Miami Heat. This is going to be tough because obviously Kyle Lowry is there, and you know what? It's going to be emotional seeing him in a different jersey and facing the Raptors. It's going to be exciting to see him take charges. It's going to be exciting to see him and Fred VanVleet absolutely go at each other on the offense and defensive end as well. So that's going to be exciting to see. January 17th is the day to highlight. We face the Miami Heat for the first time. Now, moving down the list, we face Miami again in January 29th. So that's going to be awesome as well. And also a very, very important game you need to highlight here. January 23rd, Portland Trailblazers are visiting the Toronto Raptors. So this will be Norman Powell's first time being in the away locker, being on a different team and being in Scotiabank Arena facing the Raptors. So it's going to be really emotional to see that as well. Obviously, he's going to get he'll get a tribute as well as a lot of fans will be cheering him on. So it'll be really cool to see that as well. Now, moving into the February schedule, this one is going to hit hard. February 3rd, highlight that game because Miami will be visiting Toronto for the first time. And you know that's going to be such an emotional roller coaster for us Raptors fans because Kyle Lowry in a different jersey, but he'll be visiting Toronto. He's going to get an enormous standing ovation from the crowd. He's going to get a tribute. Obviously, the Raptors have talked about retiring a jersey. I don't know if you can still do that while a player is currently playing. That'd be awesome to see, though, if we retire his jersey that day. I don't know again, like I don't know if we're allowed to retire a player's jersey while he's actively playing on another team, but that's going to be emotional. Kyle Lowry's talked about how he's going to be crying, so he's going to get emotional. So that's definitely a date you want to highlight. February 3rd is when the Miami Heat face the Raptors at home. And now moving down the list, there's not a lot. If you want to take a look at Houston Rockets, maybe get to see Jalen Green February 10th. That'd be exciting. Moving on, there's not a lot to see if you're a big maybe if you're a big not Lonzo, I always mix up the two. LaMelo Ball and Charlotte Hornets will be facing them. So in terms of February, schedule looks okay. Now moving into March here, again we face the likes of Brooklyn on March 1st, and that's always an exciting matchup. Seeing Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. They obviously have health issues. Hopefully, they're all able to play in that game. And again, just going down the list, we face the Lakers. So LeBron James, always fun to play him. We know we've killed him ever since he's joined the Lakers. So it's been fun, playing the Lakers. And obviously, they got Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. That matchup is going to be exciting. March 17th, we're in LA. Obviously, we're staying in LA. These two games are on the road back to back. We're playing, or not back to back, excuse me, back to back games. We'll be playing March 16th, the Clippers, so that'll be exciting. Hopefully Kawhi Leonard's back by that time. And then again, March 18th, we're playing the Lakers at home, so it's always cool to see LeBron visiting Toronto. He's talked about how much he loves the city. Again, moving down the list, you got some nice games, Philadelphia, Chicago, but not really a lot in terms of, some of those teams. Now, April, we're ending our schedule facing Orlando Magic. April 1st, 3rd, we're playing Miami Heat at home again, so it'll be Kyle Lowry's time again to visit Scotiabank Arena. We see Jalen Suggs. And to end the season on April 10th, we face the New York Knicks. So that'll be exciting to see, that'll be exciting to see. And I believe the Raptors have 6 national televised games. So it's not the greatest, but it is what it is. You know what? It is what it is. It's an exciting time to be a Raptors fan. Hopefully we get the government approval from, or liberals or whoever's going to be in power by then. And hopefully the Raptors are playing back in Toronto. Get those electric fans, pumped up, screaming on top of their lungs, and just that electric crowd we've seen over the years. I love, obviously, the Raptors to be back in Toronto. We wouldn't want to go another season playing somewhere else. We know how much of a hassle that's been for players, but just dealing with some of those fans as well who are not really Raptors fans. They're booing us at home. So exciting times to be a Raptors fan. I want to ask you guys though, what is the game you will circle besides the Miami? I know a lot of you guys are going to circle that February 3rd Miami Heat game when we're have Kyle Lowry visiting us and hopefully Toronto. Besides that game, what game are you most excited about? What game would you highlight on your calendar? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys are still watching this video, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.